And that's why I love her.
Hey. We're on a Saturday show. Like, I know nobody gonna tune in for this shit.
Nobody was expecting it. Yes, I do have fire powers in my hand. I'm able to light my cigar in my hand. That's how good I am. As y'all see, we're running a Saturday show. We're running it's not as impromptu as it seems. We run it on a basic laptop camera, everything reversed. So when I look at my face and I go to make sure I'm straight, it's the other side because everything reversed. Like, it's weird.
You see what it looked like. Yeah, because I am on. Yeah, I'm usually on the right side.
It's weird. It's weird. I don't know, but well, would you like to tell the people why we're not having this?
No, I don't talk about my personal life. Fuck y'all.
I'll talk about his personal life.
No, don't say nothing about it. It just don't look bad. It don't look like I usually do.
It look bad. Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, August 10th, 6 to 9, Bookbags Football and Charity event. We halfway sold out, halfway to our goal. So get your tickets before everything sell out. I don't want you coming to me last minute talking about tickets because I'm going to tell you they sold out. I guarantee it. But,
I know some of y'all just banking on buying y'all tickets at the door, which, you know, it's not a foolproof plan, but you know, if you can buy them earlier, it just helps us out.
I'm just saying, we got 3 weeks to go. You never know what's going to happen in these 3 weeks because we sell out. I can't help you.
Especially the people that always rock with us. We want y'all to definitely come out and kick it with us a little bit.
But we most definitely let y'all know if it's sold out so y'all don't come in there looking stupid. Like, oh, you know, we family. Like, I thought you had me. Well,
that's funny.
I ain't sold out.
So this is like a hard head, man. You just don't listen, man. For shit. Well, this is going to be even shorter than it was expected to be. Just gonna hold this like I'm doing stand up. So, what's the deal with airplane food? Yeah, man. So August 10th, we still getting donations coming in. We got a bunch of different baskets for y'all. You know what I'm saying? For y'all, for raffles, 50/50s. I just picked up two today, two new sponsors. Scene 75 out in Brunswick got us some gift cards or something like that, some game cards. Who else we get? Swings and things, but we got those last week, I want to say, so I'm almost sure we talked about them. We should have at least. Who else we get today? Oh, Cleveland Whiskey. We got Cleveland Whiskey today as well. And, you know, I ain't a lot of y'all, you know, it's for charity, so I'm going to do the right thing. But that Cleveland Whiskey is like a tour package. I want it. So whoever wins it, I'm going to put it in my bed early. Whoever wins the Cleveland Whiskey thing, take me with you, please. It's a tasting. It's a tour, a private tour, so you ain't just on there with, you literally can take whoever you want to take. So if you want to just take two people, like you and your mate for a date night, you know what I'm saying? If y'all like whiskey or whatever, y'all can do it. If you want to take 25 people, you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
I got a whole, family
reunion. Family reunion there, yeah.
You know, take the whole family there. Hey, because when you go to when you go to something like that, a brewery tour. I've never been on a brewery tour, but I've been on a liquor tour, and you get the liquor straight from the still. It's like freshly distilled.
Yeah. It's two different. You know,
before it's watered down. Oof. It's fire water, real fire water.
Yeah. So they got, you know what I'm saying? So you got whiskey that's new, like then you got whiskey that's aged, And then you got the shit that Cleveland whiskey do, which is like they take new whiskey and then they age it, and like they age it by years within the matter of weeks or something or months.
Really?
Like it's like no joke. It's a like it was so many stories about it. Like nobody ever seen this process before. Like across the country.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas was like, what are they doing? You know what I'm saying? Because when they was putting up like against taste tests against aged whiskey, like they're like, this Cleveland whiskey is performing like super well.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they be like, oh, we did this in 6 weeks, you know what I'm saying, compared to something that's been aging for 6 years or something like that, they be like, what? Like, what? I don't even understand that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, whoever wins that one, definitely take me with you.
It whiskey smooth as hell too.
Cleveland whiskey dope. I'm a fan. I got multiple empty bottles.
Did you
empty bottles
when they was doing the thing where you can invest in a company? Did you invest? Because I wanted to invest, but I didn't have a chance to.
I didn't know about it until after it was already closed.
Damn.
Which would have been dope. Because I don't know what was the minimum, but even if it was a couple $100,
yeah,
I would have dropped it.
Especially to invest in if they the only people in the country, the country with that process or the world or whatever, and they can age it that fast, and then that technology sell, and then that means your stock gonna go up.
Yeah. See, I don't even think people knew. I don't even we didn't mean to turn this to a Cleveland whiskey segment, but I don't even think people knew when they was investing in them that that was something that they was planning on doing. I'm sure they explained it, but until you actually understand that we're gonna take a whiskey that's only been out for weeks and it's gonna taste like something that's been aged for years, it's hard to understand. It's just hard to understand that. If you're a whiskey drinker or a bourbon drinker, you understand it.
You ever had they got the Christmas one? You ever had that one?
Christmas the only one I didn't have.
It's always sold out every time.
I've seen it in the stores a couple of times, but they got one called 87. It's like a bourbon whiskey. I love it. Because it ain't hot like regular alcohol. It's smoky almost. It's good, man. I had the underground line.
With a cigar too. Perfect.
It's good. It's really good. So if y'all think about stuff to get us, pick up a bottle of Cleveland whiskey, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you leave in the country, if you leave in the country, feel free to. We don't like to give out free money, but I mean sometimes you got the camera is backwards, man. I apologize. So unless y'all leaving the country, then pick us up a bottle of this right there. Otherwise, Cleveland whiskey will do fine. I ain't gonna lie to you, regular Hennessy will do fine too. We're not that hard to please.
That's like Hennessy, but it's different. You could drink that straight, no problem.
Yeah.
Regular hen, they got that, but I'm used to it now. So
this is different grapes, same region in France.
Different grapes.
Different grape. That's it. Yep. Still a cognac, just a different grape.
They said that, for what I understand, they can't sell it here is because they don't distill it enough. It's not distilled enough.
Well, it's only 40%. It ain't nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. I don't know. I'm a fan. So yeah, if y'all looking for stuff to give us, definitely do that. Take me on the Cleveland whiskey tour. We got all type of stuff, man. We got Ohio lottery baskets. We got Bath and Body Works baskets. 50-50 raffle. I know we said before.
Raising Cane baskets.
Raising Cane. We got 2 Raising Cane baskets.
Mr. Hero.
Hey, the Mr. Hero. I don't know if we're gonna do a basket for it or just have y'all give y'all the little sandwich things, but it's 6 or 7 free sandwich coupons, free 7-inch sandwiches. I mean, it's it. But it's Mr. Heroes. Mr. Heroes goes so hard. See, I'm on my no carbs, no sugar shit right now. So
you on it?
Damn,
I know you got a fix right now. It's like a sweet tooth.
I don't really eat sweets like that, nigga. But I want a fucking sandwich, some bread. You know what I'm saying?
You never realize how much you crave bread until you stop eating it.
Nigga, so even when I go out or if I'm out and I got to get some food, some fast food, I get a cheeseburger, double cheeseburger, some shit with no bread. It's just this is pointless. Why am I eating this here? You know what I'm saying? This is stupid. Cause you don't feel full, like you know what I'm saying, cause just straight protein or whatever. Then you're just like, damn, this is stupid.
The condiments don't even got nothing to soak into. It's just
just sitting there. Yeah, I don't know. So I don't know, but I don't know. So I'm ending on the event, of course. Got to come off for the event because we got to do celebration shots for this thing being a success, man. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets and come hang out with us.
If you smell cigar smoke at the event, just know.
Oh, just know it was a success then.
I'm bringing up the good shit.
Man, you. They just said it's like the camera work is everything's rough right now.
She said she eating watermelon as I'm listening. So she gonna be shit in a minute. It's that laxative.
No, I know y'all see the hair though.
What about the lineup?
Oh, the lineup is terrible because I ain't got a lineup in years, but you know, when you just got good hair, you can do this without a brush. Either that or you just got rough hands and then your hands become the brush. I don't know.
I don't know nothing about it no more.
Woo! I forgot, man. My bad. I'm sorry I ain't meant to put that out there.
Freshly smooth shaven. I don't even got to worry about it. But this, I wish I could just grow my shit out like this, but it don't look right on me. It's just too patchy and shit. Like you can kind of see. Yeah,
the camera's silly, like because it's reversed. It's stupid right now.
Yeah, it's like I don't grow hair right here, so if I'm growing it out, all you see is just fucking circle. It's stupid. Yeah.
No, man. So this is we haven't did a low budget show in a minute. As you see, we got to hold the mic. We're using the laptop camera, so every time
show what's going on.
Yeah, when the fan blow, the screen move, and you know, I don't know. The watermelon sound good though.
Bring back memories from that
ePIFFany radio days.
Hot, low budget.
It's just us with an old laptop and one microphone, and it's heat. Like, the smallest fan ever.
Paint chips leg trying to kill me.
Well, nigga, shit.
So
I know that one for me then, nigga.
I see two over there. I know. But look, yeah, check out. Most definitely come to the bowling event. But there's been a lot of. Man, once again, it's like every week we got to talk about some more racist shit. We won't even be trying to talk about it, but just keep having. Last week was the show, about the detainees. They about to come out with it's a series coming out called the Deported. You know that movie called
The Departed.
They got a movie.
It's good.
Or a documentary, whatever series called Deported, which is I'm most definitely gonna check that out. But
Netflix? What is it? What's wrong?
Netflix, Amazon, Prime, whatever show, whichever it is, I'll be able to check it out. Which reminds me, did you get
I got it, yeah.
So,
yeah.
How did you feel about Trump's, saying that racist shit? And
I didn't know where you was going with it, but nigga.
But I'm saying, and racist people defending the racist shit he said, or did they? The fact that they didn't do anything or say anything about it shows that they on the racist shit too.
Yes is my my answer. Oh, let me say this though, because I heard earlier that the detainees that we was talking about, they aren't actually being held. This is what was told. This is what was told. Not to me, but that the detainees are not actually being held against their will. Like they can leave anytime they want to, but they'll have to be getting deported. Like the reason that they stand in these cages is because they want to stay in America, and then they make them go through the process. I'm calling shenanigans.
Well, I mean, all right, but some of these people, if depending on what country they coming from, let's say they coming from Mexico, and some of those people they voluntarily joined the cartel. Some of these people, was forced to be in it, and people trying to kill them. So you're gonna be on the run, and if you go back, what's gonna happen to you. You know what I'm saying? So why would they even go back when the people looking for them to kill them though?
That's true. But that's you just made that story up. Like, so you don't know.
I didn't.
What I'm saying is.
Oh well, yeah.
You don't know. You did like because you don't know.
I make it up, but it's a high possibility.
No, it is. No, I agree with that. But like we don't fucking know. Like we don't know if that's the case or not.
Well, I do. Well, I do know. You know, the voluntary, forcibly part. That's true. Like it's whole towns down there where it's only old men and women. Like that's it.
No, that part I'm not disagreeing. But to say that 300 people, 350 people at one place, there's multiple camps, but at one camp, there's 300 plus people voluntarily, like they all running from the cartel or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever evil is in their country, you know what I'm saying, like they came to America for a better life, you know what I'm saying, so they gotta redo it. You just gotta fucking redo it. Like, but to say that I'm just gonna stay in the cage for months, you know what I'm saying?
I just go back. I mean,
but to say that they could leave whatever they want to, that's just irresponsible because that's just not true.
But look,
this ain't true.
I mean, but I feel them though. I mean, they can get paid way more for the work they do down there up here. Way more.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, the jobs that people don't want to do up here, they already have the skill set to do it, and you know, it's a day's work to them, and then they get paid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Way higher, yeah.
Construction jobs,
roofing jobs,
yeah, jobs, farming. Like that's just ordinary life down there.
Right.
You know.
Right. So you rather be held captive when niggas ain't getting showers or food or water in a country that you got to apply for anyway, than go back to your country where you can make a little bit of, or at least have a little bit of freedom or a little bit of whatever. Like I'm not arguing none of that. What I'm arguing today is that, like, whoever said, yeah, like, you can't just, like, why would anybody stay there? They would just leave and then try to break out and rush the border again or whatever. And nobody's just going to stay in a cage. Like, nobody's volunteering for that. And then a lot of these people also, and the ones that do want to fight to stay in the country, that's because they a family and they kids, their wife and kid is in another camp, and now they in a camp, you know what I'm saying, split away from their wife and kid, like with no ability to know what's going on with the other half of their family. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they say they ain't let them make phone calls, you know what I'm saying? And like,
they can't make a phone call, but they make a leave.
How does that sound? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Some white dude was just, I don't want to make it about race, but he probably was a Trump supporter. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put that on. I don't know what it is. I was told he's very political, but he must be an idiot at the same time. Like, cause you can't have three. All right, you might have a couple people like, all right, we're gonna lie and like we ain't, just so we can stay, make it look bad for the president, whatever. But you ain't getting 300 people to lie about the same thing, ever. Name a place, name a thing. Andrew said we look normal. Yeah, we look normal to you, but the camera flipped on our end.
1080p.
Yeah,
the
resolution ain't the best. Andrew said I read more on it. They are technically detained. They can apply to leave, but it is a process, and they have to be approved to leave.
Leave where?
To leave the camp, to go back home, to be deported.
I ain't trying to go back. They know if they get deported, then it's gonna be bad. Wherever they're escaping, they're gonna go back to it.
So you have to apply to be deported, or you know what I'm saying, in order to leave, or you stay in the cage and apply to get into the country, but you're gonna be in the cage for however long it takes, because it takes a long time.
But I mean, they know that they're not gonna have another opportunity to get back in America.
Why is that true?
Because you gotta pay. You at least gotta be able to pay for a passport to get here, and then when you get here,
to apply for citizenship,
you can't. How you gonna apply for citizenship? You can't even leave the country because you don't even got your Mexican passport.
No, the same way you was able to get your CCW from a different state, even though you live in Ohio. I can apply for a Canadian citizenship.
But I
don't have to go to Canada to apply for it.
Cost money, of course, for that. But then it's gonna cost money for you to get on the plane. Then it's gonna cost money for them to even get their passport, to even be able to get through immigration in Mexico to leave.
Yeah,
but they don't got that shit. Like, so what do? You gonna take that trip, and you gonna find a way to get across the border? And
all right, so
like it's been done for years and years before.
All right, so you stay in the cage, and then they're like, all right, so you applied, so now pay us this money. Oh, you ain't been working because you've been in the cage? Well, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna go back to the bottom of the list or whatever. Like then what? Like how you if you're in the cage, you can't make any money.
I ain't trying to go back to where they from though.
So what's the solution then?
I don't know. That's why I'm not in government. None of that shit. I don't know.
I don't know either. I just, I don't know. For somebody, I mean, I just never heard nothing like this where they be like, well, you got to stay here. Like just the fucking deportment. And why would I got to apply for deportation? I just fucking deport me. And if you want to, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. But anyway, back to the original question was about how I felt about Trump saying those 4 women of the squad should go back to where they came from. I mean, it's nothing I can say that ain't been said on every late night show and Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel and all these shows, which was they're American citizens. No matter where they was born at, they all American citizens. And then 3 of the 4 was born here. Like, so their country is America. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a fucking idiot, man. He an idiot for saying it. It was a super racist statement on top of the fact that you got people defending them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe white people just can't understand it. Like, but like black people been hearing go back to your country. You know what I'm saying? Forever. Now go back to Africa. Like Africa's a country. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't a whole fucking continent. Like go back to Africa. If you don't like it, go back to Africa. Well, you should have left us there then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? No, nigga. We was toasting to some personal stuff, but you said we ain't talking about personal stuff, so we gotta talk about Donald Trump. You even see the title? Nigga,
no, I saw the title.
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
Well, you all the mic now.
So yeah, man, it's just some just the climate of the country. Now, I was reading something. What was somebody on ESPN? I think it was ESPN or something. Like, it's to stick to sports policy or something. But somebody said go back home to her or some shit, and she said fuck policy. She gonna say something about it.
She got fired, I'm sure, from Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Shit on ESPN.
Hold up, so Disney on ESPN?
Mm-hmm.
So look, Disney putting Black Mermaids and coming out with a majority black cast for Lion King. Coming out with Black Panther, Mulan, this and that. What you trying to say? You got to stick to sports?
Hey, I don't make the policies, nigga. Like Disney own ABC, they own ESPN, they own Marvel, and they own Disney. They own so many radio stations. They own so many radio stations that they had to sell some in order for it to be legal, so they wouldn't have damn near a monopoly.
Damn. What's the one girl that used to work there? The black girl.
This is where?
At ESPN. I can't remember her name right now. She had the braids.
The one that got fired? Jamil Hill?
Yeah. Like, that's fucked up. Like, how? So you trying to say they just don't want you to use their platform to say what needs to be said. But this is what I wanted to say, though. What they're saying is the media is making the climate as it is for the hate on hate type of thing. What you think?
Who was saying about the Donald Trump stuff?
just about everything that the media is making it black and white.
No, the president is making black and white.
The president's making it black and white?
Yes.
But who is the people? I ain't gonna say that he not racist because the nigga obviously is. Like his whole campaign was on some racist shit. But do you think the media controls what you see on TV anyway? So do you think the media is pushing it more to make people more fired up and make more stuff happen and more stuff like what happened in Charlottesville happened when the dude who just got sentenced to do stuff like that?
No, because this is shit that's happening. Like he drove, like you can't fault a news source, like even us, like you can't fault any media company, a news source or whatever for reporting what the fuck happened.
Mm-hmm.
You can report it as many different ways. You know what I'm saying? As long as the facts are straight, you can report it in YouTube video form, cell phone foot, like whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but as long as you're reporting the actual facts, then nobody can say nothing to you. You know, like I don't care how many times you report it, like, because there ain't no fucking move on from racism. Like niggas just don't move on from racism.
Never have. Like
that's what I'm saying. So it ain't like just because like ABC again with the talking about racism. Like nigga, yes, because we've been talking about racism since nigga the 1600s. Like you know what I'm saying? Like nigga, racism been around forever, and then this nigga ain't on ABC to be like, okay, all right, guys, we'll take a break from the race. Like, you know what I'm saying? When racist stuff, the same way we don't want to keep talking about, it smells so amazing, right? The same way we don't want to keep talking about negative stuff or racism stuff, like, but every fucking week, something happens, so you forced to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
But
like every week, you're forced to talk about it. So it ain't necessarily them putting it in your face. It's like, you just talking about literally what happened, and that's what happened.
I seen an article. Well, not an article. I mean, and niggas were saying, your ancestors, was the slave masters, and black people ancestors was the slaves, slavery over this and that. But still in today's America, you still, it's still in your history, it's still in your bloodline. Niggas ain't never forget that stuff. So now black people is still going. We're not in slavery or nothing like that, but we still going through.
Still feeling the effects of it.
Like, still feeling the effects of it to this day, and you still feeling the effects of your privilege.
Yeah, and so the systematic racism as far as housing for black or inner city people or whatever,
mm-hmm.
or poor people, even if you want to call it that. And then like the privilege of having generational wealth, like you know what I'm saying, like y'all had a fucking.
If you could pass down acres of land,
land,
like especially in the South,
man,
that we weren't allowed to buy after slavery.
Not even buy
land that's worth.
Not even buy.
Or just given to
part of the emancipation
shit.
Not even that. Like part of the Emancipation Proclamation was that 40 acres and a mule. Like, so that's land. And that's livestock to be able to plow your land, like so you can start making money and income and all that stuff. Like that never happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it happened with other races that came here, but it didn't happen to us, and we didn't even want to come here.
That's it. That's literally it. Like I don't understand people that say, "Well, slavery was so long ago," which it was. Like, but that don't mean that you didn't have a 2-lap head start. You know what I'm saying?
More than that.
Before we even started running.
Like a 500-600 year head
start. Yeah.
But look, especially when you come to a country, you start fresh. Like y'all started fresh. We started as not even being citizens. Then slavery ended.
We were literal property.
Still wasn't even considered citizens. Then it was segregation. Then segregation was over. But shit ain't, it's still the same laws. Like
shit
like shit ain't changed. Like shit really didn't change. And then you look at women. Like women wasn't even considered.
It was property too.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like it was property. They couldn't vote. They had to have their own, not civil rights, but women's right movement just to be able to fucking vote, to be recognized as not property.
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy, man. like, and even to that, like, I don't even know how white women specifically, I mean, women in general, but white women, like how you so you fight, so they was like, all right, y'all let slaves become people before us, like, you know what I'm saying, like, what the fuck is that about? You know what I'm saying? like the women right to vote, like all that shit happened. It was in the 40s or some shit like that, like the 40s, the 1940s.
But then the black woman is, just think if the black woman went through slavery, then you still wasn't even considered a person. Do you think the black woman had it harder than the white woman?
That's not even the question. I'm not answering that question.
All right, so I'm just throwing questions at you because this is a short show. I'm just keep throwing questions at you.
You just did an interview.
So look,
17 minutes or less or something weird.
So look, all right.
Just go rapid fire. I'll just answer about anything.
So look,
I'll answer it.
So you have a lot of black people feel that white people over the centuries have been stealing. Well, I don't want to say I'm gonna say since the 1900th century because we couldn't really establish culture until slavery was really over with. You know what I'm saying? But as far, I'm gonna get to it real quick. So you have Italians. They're from Italy. Italian Americans. You have people from Germany. They're German Americans. Russian Americans. But then when you get to us as an African American, now.
You know why? Like we don't know where y'all from.
That's what I'm saying. So
what's the question?
So everybody else has, you got Chinatown, you got Little Italy, all this stuff. They have that's culture stuff, and that's good. But what do we have? Nothing. Like nothing. So we don't know our roots. So, but then there's the American black culture and the things that we do have.
Those are our roots.
To other people, it may seem like it's nothing or whatever, but to us, it's like
it's everything. It's literally
everything because that's all we got. So, do you feel as though it's wrong for black people to get mad when when it's a white rapper or a white girl that was having a black hairstyle or
good question.
Stuff like that?
That's a good question.
Or should they be like, or they hang, they might have black friends and that's all they know, or they grew up in the hood around only black people, that's all they know. Do you think it's still they should just act their culture or just,
Well, I mean, I'm guilty of it to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Especially like with women, with white women, black women, whatever. Because like I like history or whatever. So all I think about is like, like minstrel shows and movies like The Birth of a Nation, all this stuff. Where like
I couldn't finish that.
Like white women was like making fun of black women, like, oh, she got a big old ass and she got these big old lips and like, like that was shit that they made fun of us for. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody want that shit. You know what I'm saying? So now, and it ain't them, the younger people, the people that's, the age or whatever. I was just looking at, like, sometimes I just be looking like, just thinking, like, whatever I be thinking in my head. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I understand it because the shit is cool. Like, even in the 90s, like even in the early 2000s, and like, a white woman put on any type of size, and they be like, oh, I'm fat. I gotta lose this ass and this and that. It's like she said my ass on the sitcom.
Oh my gosh! Look at her butt.
Like, she said my ass was fat. Like now I'm mad or sad. I'm about to cry about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I'm like so now like today,
I was like
I just be looking like
you got a body. It's appreciated. You got
but everybody wanted the lips and everybody wanted the ass and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it because of course the stuff look good or whatever.
Tan, black hair.
Tell you. So I just look. Sometimes I just be like, just because I think about the history, I know the history.
But then it's 2019. Of course, there's been interracial relationships. So the genes, been coming out. So now we already knew it was white genes and black people's genes because the girls were getting raped or whatever. But then at the same time, the woman wanted that mandingo, and they got it. They got it. So now every race got every race in them.
Right.
And So now you looking at some white girls, you be scratching your head because they had no surgery.
Yeah. Nope, that's true too. So this was right. So that's why I say I'm guilty of it, because I can appreciate it for what it is. Like that's just a natural evolution of people, the natural evolution of mixing genes and races and all that stuff. Like so, I understand it. At the same time, I still mentally, just because I know the history. So a lot of people that don't know the history, like they don't think about it. They just like, oh, they just appropriating our culture, this and that. And I get why black people are so protective of it, because that's literally all we got. You know what I'm saying? And we don't got nothing to fall back on. We can't fall back on the fact that our grandparents was in the Holocaust or some shit. And I ain't saying that that's cool. But I'm saying, like, you got that history. Like, we don't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you do your like ancestry or whatever.
Now let me ask you this. So do you think, knowing your history, knowing what we went through as a people, do you think as a black man you should date out of your race by dating a white woman specifically?
It's whatever. Like, it's 2019, so like it should be. I mean, personally, like, I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks, so I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like culturally though, it's whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be mixing, like, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? As much as you try, as hard as you try, like, it's going to be mixing, period. Like, it's what it is. Yeah, you get Amish communities that put in ads in newspapers for, like, people to come impregnate their women or whatever. Not people with guys, you know what I mean? But
impregnate who?
To have sex with the women.
No, I'm saying who?
Amish.
Really?
Yeah. Because after, like, you in the community, so eventually it's gonna be you having sex with your sister or your cousin or something. Like, so they put ads in. But
you don't see no black, like, little Amish kids with curly hair.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, they probably like, no, nigga, not you. Like, you know who this ad was for. It wasn't for you. But
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna say
it.
It's funny to me. All right, I just thought about it in my head. I'm gonna say it. I know it's before August 11th, but I gotta get something out of my system.
Man, don't get in trouble, man.
No.
Even though this whole show has been trouble, to be honest.
No. Just piggybacking off what I said about you don't see any like black kids with curly hair, impregnating. I've never seen that, but just imagine. But just imagine if you did, like, see a little like mixed like black boy running around, but he'd be the only motherfucker in the whole community that get the chili bowl cut and the shit actually look good on his head.
That shit probably be dope. That shit probably be dope. I mean, like I said, I don't know the rules. I don't know how they break it down. But I promise you, it's a real thing. They put ads. I don't know how often they do it.
It's a real thing. They put a bowl.
Oh, I don't know if that's real either, but that's funny as shit though. Anyway. I don't know, but they do put ads for, like, because eventually, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody like, oh, it's 100% pure pit bull. You know what I'm saying? So you want to mix them with another 100% pure pit bull. Like, then they fucking break down and they die at 3 years old or whatever, because they, like, you gotta fucking mix the shit. It's like crops. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you keep growing corn every year. Like, you get 40 acres in the middle and all you growing is corn. The first one's gonna be great. The second year gonna be good. Third year gonna be pretty good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
GMOs in there.
Well, maybe. But no, you still gotta turn your soil. Like, you gotta plant something else so that the soil is good for corn again. Like, because it's taking all the nutrients from the soil. So you gotta mix shit. You gotta mix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so especially in this time, like, mixing, I don't have a problem with it for the most part.
Yeah.
I ain't perfect either, y'all. I'm just saying. I
don't have a problem with it, but it's like sometimes you just got that feeling in the back of your head. You could just hear a black woman whispering, like, "I told you not to mess with the white woman."
I never heard it, but
hold on. A black woman never told you in your whole lifetime never to mess with a white woman?
I don't think so. Of course, black women say shit about white women. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think nobody ever told me. Like, but then again, like I said, I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? So even in my family,
it's
like,
a personal preference.
Yeah, like even in my family, I don't remember nobody ever was like, "Oh, don't mess with a white woman or your baby gonna be you know, whatever, like your baby gonna be striped or something, or
I had somebody come to me one time, and it was like,
right.
has a black one, has a white woman ever done you wrong? I'm like, yeah. Has a black woman ever done you wrong? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, just don't, don't mess with a white woman or something. Like, just random like.
I never heard that before. I probably like, man, like the old lady, don't get on my face.
Of course,
lucky we in church. Otherwise, I'd tell you how I really feel.
Say, oh, you know what I'm saying?
I've never
not knowing, like, but
not knowing that.
Like I mess with them all.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna say like some great advice that I was told a couple years ago, not even that long ago, was it's good advice. Like however you look at it. Old school dude told me like he's like we was talking about like you know what I'm saying like dating outside of your race and all this stuff. He was like, this ain't just saying that he told me, but I also want to add this in there. He was like, he went on some. If anybody know Uncle Mike, man, he like to go off on rants and tangents, man. He just let him go. He want to come on the show, but then it'd just be his show. Like, we just have to let him talk. But anyway, he was like, yeah, like, I'm a king, so I fuck with whoever I want to fuck with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they try to strip us of that. Like, but nigga, I show him that I'm a king, so I fuck with whoever I want to. Like, he was going off or whatever. But anyway, the advice he gave me was, he's like, fuck who you love who love you. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you know what? That's good enough for me. Even if I didn't know it already, that's good fucking advice. Fuck who you love who love you. And everything else will take care of itself. That's how I feel about it. I don't know. I mean, I just in 2009, I don't care. Like, who cares?
Right. You just gotta do you regardless. But it's always gonna be people, don't fuck with those. You're a nigga lover or people over here that, you only don't mess with them white women. So you got jungle fever. So I mean, it's always gonna be on either side. You know what I'm saying? So, not even like white people, have Puerto Ricans say, don't mess, you can't do that, this and that, even though I ain't,
The only thing I don't like is when people be like, when a certain race, white or black, whatever, be like, oh, I don't mess with a certain race, like.
Oh yeah, especially like, your own race, but like,
yeah, like I don't fuck with black dudes because I can't even think of a legit reason.
I had a black girl tell me that shit before. Now she was from like the suburbs somewhere, like out in Brooklyn.
I don't give a fuck where she's from.
And she said she don't mess with black guys because we don't talk right. Meaning, because I was using Ebonics slang, whatever you want to call it. I was just like, wow, no wonder you are.
But not even that, because that's like a character trait, like a preference. But
she said black guys, though, as a whole.
I just don't fuck with black guys because, like having a preference is one thing, but saying that like black guys or whatever just ain't good enough, you know what I'm saying? Or like you gotta talk to a white guy or a white girl or whatever because, like, just because they white or because they not black.
Or like I see black women say from time to time, all right, I'm like, all right, I'm about to start messing with a white dude now.
Shit.
But like just completely give up on that race. Like I never like felt like, you know what, I'm just only gonna mess with white women. No, never. Like I'm gonna fuck with who fuck with me.
Cause it's like what are you gonna do? Like you gonna be like because I had 3 black dudes do me wrong, so I ain't talking to black dudes.
No, that's your choice. That was the characteristics that you chose out of
the same black dude 3 times.
Right. Exactly. Like I don't care if Chinese, Japanese, Korean,
Spanish,
Latino, Indian, every race, from every country. I don't care as long as you. For me, but I can't choose no more, so I'm just talking and shit. But
you can't choose no more.
I'm a married man out here.
Oh, you married?
Married man out here. So
that's dope. You got a wedding anniversary?
No.
You're a married man with no.
We ain't go to the courts. You know what I'm saying? We can't have the government in our relationship. We ain't signed no papers. So I'm single as far as the government is concerned.
Anticipating Hopkins. I don't know, man. We just talking about random stuff.
But yeah, it's been a good show.
It's kind of,
you know what? Let me see.
Like I said, it's Sunday, so we are kind of. Saturday, so we kind of scrambled. This nigga forgot the good camera, so we just all trying to make it make sense. Angela, since you with us, if you want anything you want us to talk about real fast, we running out of time, but we can always get to it. Be sure to check us out next week though, because we will be talking about the personal security. We was gonna do it this week, but as you see, we on Saturday instead of Sunday, so we won't be able to do it.
It's good because then we can hype it up more.
Yeah,
because we still have some interaction out there.
Yeah. So if y'all go to our page, y'all see a thing that say this stuff asking about like personal security, and like it's one like where you want to sit. Like it's a diagram asking you where would you sit in the coffee shop and all of that good stuff.
I'm saying most of y'all gonna be the first one to hit.
Yeah.
Or you're not gonna be able to escape.
Yeah, some of y'all are dying. But anyway, put it in there and then we'll discuss it and then we'll tell you why you're wrong. Or y'all can tell us why y'all right. You know what I'm saying? And we might all learn something. Like I'm definitely down for that. So we'll try to put out some more stuff like that. If you see it and you comment on it or you had a poll up? Did you have a poll? Yeah, you had a poll up or something for one of them.
One of them I said, this right here will get a lot of people fucked up. They're on their phone all the time. So you out in public, you on your phone like this, you can't see what's behind you to the side because you on your phone.
Or you sitting in a parking lot in your car.
This is a fucking $800, $900 phone. People want this. They want to steal this. So you all in your phone. And so you get something in your chest, in your face.
Well, we're not gonna talk about it because that's the whole point of the next show. Yeah, but pay attention to not only around yourself but also to our posts. If you comment on it or vote in the poll, be sure to share it with other people because the more people we get and the more opinions, then like I said, we might be able to help some other people out or help us out. Like I ain't above learning or none of that stuff either.
Right.
We don't know
everything, but we know a little bit.
Yeah. So that'll be next week's show, Sunday, 5:00. As always, don't forget, we keep plugging away. Of course, you're about 3 weeks away now.
3 weeks to what? August 10th.
It's August 10th. Yeah.
I think it's 6 to 9. Everything included. You just come join yourself and make sure you pay $10 and bring a book bag. Or if you don't feel like going to the store, you got a lot to do. You're working all the time, but you want to have fun. Just pay $20. You can buy it ahead of time online. Because if you don't, there's a good chance where the event might sell out, and if you wanted to come and support, you won't be able to. So
we always drop them book bags off, though, so don't worry about that.
I was definitely dropping the book bags off. It's hard for me to get to you because I'm doing a lot of shit.
We can always figure it out, though.
So just hit us up. Figure it out.
We like I said, go back to the beginning of the video for all the baskets and raffles and all the new sponsors that we have, and so. I appreciate all of them. The week before, we'll probably shout them all out and talk about them or whatever. We just want to thank y'all for joining us on here. It's like a little impromptu joint. I can't wait to see y'all August 10th as usual. I'm actually looking forward to next week's show too. Like talk about some personal security tips and hopefully we get some police officers to join us and something like that. Like just to all saying tell us that we are not making sense. Even though she don't like to talk about police either, but that's beside the point. All right, man. So we'll catch y'all next week, and as always,
salute.
Hey, look. Let me just say this: my slogan's so dope. He was about to say it.
On your own. On your goddamn own.
Salute to the city as always, man. You can, but mine better.
Salute to the city. Salute to the city that hates you. I don't know.
Hey. It's a love-hate relationship. See, mine just dope because I've been saying this since 2012. Longevity is all I'm saying. All right, man, we out of here.
On your own is what I'm saying. All right, see y'all next week.
That's funny.